Hey, Minnehaha Valley, welcome back to another episode of Rivertown Radio here on WPKM 96.3 The Beat. And with us today we have Liv, my co-host, and a special guest.
Hi, so today in the station with us we have Appalachian Hustle. How are you guys doing today?
Doing fantastic.
Great.
All right, and let us find out let's hear your names. Who's here with us tonight?
Hi, I'm Joey. I don't have a cool radio voice. It's just my normal voice.
It's a cool voice.
And
It's a cool voice.
I sing and I play guitar.
I'm Ty, and I play guitar. That's it.
I'm Jake. I play the bass.
Sort of. And I'm Ben. I play the drums.
All right, so how are you guys doing tonight? You just did your acoustic set that everyone's going to get to hear in about 25, 30 minutes. How'd that go?
It was fun.
Phenomenal.
That's good.
Had a good time.
Phenomenal.
Got to see Ben hit that box with the
Slap
snary
the
thing.
box.
The cajon.
Cajon.
It's exciting.
Not a
Yeah.
Cajun. That's what
Yeah.
we're around.
He just bought that today.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it for us?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
It was more for me. I'm not leaving it here.
Right,
but-
right. I am flattered though. So how long have you guys been together?
It was like a year and a half now.
Yeah.
Year and a half, 15 shows.
Okay, is there a cool founding story? How'd you guys get together?
Well, I don't know. I've been playing music on and off with Ty since we were kids, really. High school.
We've
Knew
all
these
known each other
guys.
for, since junior high, high school, and we've all played instruments, but it just kind of took a few years for us all to get together. And
But now we're like the Avengers, man. We all came
Yeah.
together for a common goal.
You assembled. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. How would you describe your music?
That's a tough question. I think that's a tough question for any musician, man.
Right.
Yeah.
It's rock and roll, classic rock and roll. I like 60s era rock and roll.
Okay.
The
Not
good
classic
stuff.
rock though.
Not classic rock.
Who
We
are
do
you-
not cover Skinner. That
No.
does not
Oh.
happen.
Who are your influences?
I mean, you've heard it all before, right? Beatles, Kinks.
Okay. Well,
Everybody.
Pink Floyd,
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Led
Dead.
Zeppelin.
Yeah, we do that stuff live. Not all of it, but we do Hendrix and stuff.
So you said you've done 15 shows?
Yep.
In a little over a year and a half.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Where are you guys playing?
All around, man. We were on the open mic circuit for a while, but now we play down at the Golf Hazard semi-regularly-ish.
We just did a benefit for Old Man Rivers at Sixpence.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
it was a fun time. We really stuck out like a sore thumb, but it was good.
Yeah, that was interesting.
When was that?
What was it, a week ago? 2 weeks ago?
March
2 weeks ago,
11th.
maybe.
2
March
weeks ago.
11th.
Okay.
Yeah, the other two bands, we're Appalachian Hustle, and the other band was Almost Hell, and the other band was Watch Them Rot. So,
Okay, so we had some differences there.
yeah,
A little bit of variety.
Hey, everyone likes variety
But
though,
you know,
right?
it was a fun time.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Everyone
that
enjoys
Watch Them
that.
Rot show was great.
Yes.
That sounds exciting.
I don't know what the guy was saying, but I loved every minute of it.
There you go. You can't beat that. So, what do you guys do outside of music? I assume this is not full time for any of you yet, right?
Not quite.
Yeah, no.
Is that the goal?
Yeah, I mean, I
Yes.
kind of consider my day job actually being a musician, and I also work retail on the side.
Okay. No, I understand that.
Jake and I both work, make sandwiches, Penn Station,
All right.
Indiana.
I play guitar by day and flip pizzas by night.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a modern
Sounded way
Batman.
cool.
Yeah.
I was
Modern
thinking
Batman.
Darkwing Duck, but
And Joey runs the
Same.
toy store.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody's got to
Sling
do
them
it.
toys.
He is Jeffrey the Giraffe.
That's true. Don't tell the kids that, but I am in that mascot suit
I hope the kids are.
twice a month.
Well, that's exciting.
So if you've had a picture with Jeffrey, secret's out, guys.
Save
Put it
that
in
for
the
when
blurry
Appalachian
cover.
Hustle is really famous.
Yeah.
There's like a 2 in 30 chance that is the lead singer from Appalachian Hustle.
He's hugged your babies.
All right, so do you guys write all your own music? I know you do
Yes.
some covers. You write who's the songwriter, or is it a conglomeration?
It's actually starting to evolve now. It started with me like bringing them songs and us fleshing it out, but me and Jake have jammed a couple tunes. It's starting to be a democracy.
That's cool. What is your songwriting process?
It starts with music first, and I work on a melody, which usually I have like filler lyrics, which is Scooby-Doo. So any song I write starts like Scooby-Doo, 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 and then I fill in those Scooby-Doos.
Okay, so you don't start you start with the music, not
Yeah.
the lyrics.
Exactly.
Okay. That's interesting. We had a guy on a couple weeks ago that said he did the same thing, but then you'll talk to other people who they have
almost
lyrics
like,
and they put a song behind
It's
it.
almost like freestyling. Like I come up with a chord progression, and I just sit there going, until some words come out.
Okay. Yeah, see, no words would ever come out for me. That's really interesting, though. So you guys are all local to Parkersburg?
P-Berg.
And how is playing in Parkersburg affecting your band?
It's where we play, man.
I've been pretty happy with the reception we've got.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little to that, Jake?
I mean, we have a great group of people following us, our families, and we pretty much tend to fill up every show that we play, from the Golf Hazard to Sixpence.
Everywhere in between.
Yeah.
So you're not struggling necessarily with playing in the area?
Not
No,
really.
not at all.
That's awesome.
One thing I have noticed about Parkersburg shows compared to just outside shows that I've gone to as just a viewer is that everyone sits down and listens to music in Parkersburg. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
No one's on their feet, grooving. They're all just
What
chilling.
if that's our fault though?
I
us.
dance a lot, man.
Yeah.
You think
Yeah,
that
you're
people
right.
would
You're
dance
right.
with me?
You put a tambourine in this guy's hand. He's all over
Magic
the
happens.
stage.
Too bad this is radio, not TV, right? So that's really interesting to hear that being in Parkersburg hasn't affected you too much. Have you started to branch out? Like, have you hit Athens, Marietta?
I wish, man. That's on the agenda.
Near future.
Yeah.
Gotta finish that CD first.
Yep.
Yeah. We are recording our first album right now.
When does that due out?
We're gonna go back in the studio this month, so I don't know, probably a couple months down the road.
Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah. It's called Homegrown. You can't get it yet, but you can dream about it.
Okay, that's exciting too. Do you guys play any songs from the album at your shows, or are those just kind of we're all waiting to hear those?
No, it's mostly, you know, we write a song and then we play it live directly after almost. So
Okay.
it's a pretty sandwich set. We gotta throw in some tunes for the people, but
Within Parkersburg, how does that affect, the type of music that you play? Has it affected? I know, because you've been in different bands, all of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't your
Yeah.
first band. How has living in Parkersburg kind of created an evolution within that?
I found for the most part a lot of the bands that play around here are just cover bands.
that's true.
So it's kind of
That or death metal. Something
Yeah.
Like that.
so it's nice to be bringing some original
That's really
stuff
weird
to the table.
to me. That Parkersburg has a lot of death metal bands.
Lots.
Yeah.
More than you would
Yeah.
know.
There's nothing wrong with it,
No, absolutely not. But
but lots.
it's not what you would expect from Parkersburg.
I think really like living in West Virginia or whatever just kind of affects the vibe of our music.
Mm-hmm.
Hence Appalachian Hustle.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
We always kind of seem to be the band bringing something a little different to the table at our shows, but we also try to play a few covers that most people around here.
People
know.
love covers.
That's
Like,
true.
That's
Yes.
We do a couple, can't deny it, you know.
The R. Kelly cover.
We do an R. Kelly
Yes.
cover, gets people moving.
nice. That's
Ish.
exciting.
Ish.
Wiggle in their seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, long-term goals for you guys, what are they?
I'd like to just play more shows, you know.
Yeah. You go on the
Tour
road.
event.
See where
Eventually.
we can take it.
But yeah, that's all it is.
Once we get this album out, we're hoping we can get some shows in Athens, Columbus, Pittsburgh, anywhere around here that we can go to.
Do you guys play in Marietta
Not-
frequently?
Not
yeah.
quite yet.
Mm-mm. Yeah, we mostly.
I know if
just
you've done the
stayed here
open
in
mic at
Berg.
the Adelphia or
We have not. We skipped that one. There's also another one in Marietta. What is that? Gators or something?
Gators, yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
We skipped that one. When we were doing the open mic stuff, when we were first starting out, it was Radioactive, which is shut down now.
That was fun,
R.I.P.
though.
They had really good food.
Mm-hmm.
And the Golf Hazard and Sixpence, which I think Sixpence just did away with their open mic. So it is what it is.
but you guys don't do much open mic anymore. It's kind of a planned thing.
No, yeah. We broke our teeth enough that people know
Nice.
who we are to over.
Do you have any like rituals or anything you do before any show or just in general?
Nothing we can talk
There's a
about.
couple.
We usually tend to cram in one last minute practice before all of our shows.
That's true. Day of practice.
All of us work full time, so we're
How often do you practice with you guys all working full time?
we try to get in one a week at
Yeah.
least.
And where is that?
We go over to Ty's house.
Is
Up
this
in
the attic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is the
crammed up
attic,
in the
yes.
attic.
An undisclosed location.
Yeah. Wouldn't want the fans to find out.
Yeah.
Flocks of them at the door.
So you're practicing once a week, trying to kind of hold it together, hold a full-time job down. Does it get difficult?
That's, I don't know, because like I would play music every day regardless.
Yeah, I'm a
So-
dad
Yeah.
too, so that's got a full schedule.
Sure.
It's kind of hard to get it all in.
We
but
always seem to make
manage it.
something work before we get into a show or anything. We make the time.
So it's passion for all of you. It's not.
for
Sure.
You probably couldn't hold it together necessarily if it wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
for sure.
how individually, I guess, how has growing up in West Virginia influenced your music, influenced your outlook on life?
Well, there's nothing else to do but play music, so it helps.
Okay.
That's true. I mean, my grandpa was a musician too from Roane County, West Virginia, so I grew up going to bluegrass shows and all that business.
So, I mean, I would say there is that, like, even though you say you're a classic rock, there's definitely that folk sound to your music.
Yeah, sure.
And I really enjoy that. Full disclosure, first time I ever listened to you guys was when I was sitting outside the studio, but I really enjoyed it. And it's not what I expected it to be honestly, from knowing Joey from high school. It's not what I thought it would be.
What did you expect?
Louder.
Yeah.
Even though your name is Appalachian Hustle, I definitely expected more like loud high school noises. But it wasn't. It was a very mature, refined.
People evolve, man.
Yeah. No, and I really enjoyed it, and it kind of had like a touch of Chili Peppers to it.
That was all Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no,
Jake.
of course it is.
That's what I'm
So-
going for.
So, I mean, do the Chili Peppers influence you then?
Oh, for sure. I've modeled a lot of my playing after Flea. And really been into their music for a long time.
I mean, name a tune and can play it.
Have any of you other like individually been influenced by certain bands? I mean, I know you named some big ones earlier, but personal influence.
I
For
mean-
me, Rush and Grateful Dead and
Yeah.
a lot of stuff like that.
I listen to everything, man. From like the Beatles to like Cuddy. It's all over the
Yeah,
board.
Kid Cudi influences Joey a lot in the lyrics department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all over the board, you know. You make a stew, you throw everything in.
Well, I don't know. I think I can definitely hear that in your music, and I think when people listen to that, they would hear it too. Back to the Parkersburg thing, you guys are playing locally. Where are you playing? You said Sixpence Golf Hazard?
Yeah.
Golf
which
Hazard.
is, like a little tiny bar above the driving range.
Right. I've heard people
Or,
talk about that before, and it's actually been a really great place for people to kind of start.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's pretty dive bar-y. I like it, and you can
It's
fill it up.
really easy to fill.
Yeah, because it's not a big place.
And how does that affect you, I guess, with the crowd? With the crowd being there versus not, does that affect how you play?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It's a lot more intimate in there with you have the crowd like right up in front of you because there's literally nowhere else for them to go. So.
Yeah. When you have like people to feed your energy into,
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna change the way that stuff sounds.
Do you guys have a favorite song that you play?
Oh man,
I gotta say Cosmos.
Cosmos is
Cosmos
fun.
is
We played
a
that
lot
during the
of fun.
acoustic set. We do a cover of Danzig's Mother. That
Oh,
is
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a lot of fun actually. It shouldn't be as good as it is.
So you guys just enjoy your covers still?
Yeah,
for
sure. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really fun. What do you guys do when you're not playing music? I know you said it's the only thing to do, but you have to do
Yeah.
something else.
No.
No, no, okay.
Not really.
It's all music.
I mean-
It's all music all the time for me.
Yeah, I mean every day at least.
And Ben, you said you have a kid.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
old is he or she?
She is 3, so that's pretty much what I do when I'm not playing music.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And Jake, you're full time in college too, right?
Yep, out here 15 hours a week. Been out here at WVP for 6.5, 7 years now. Finally about to stumble into a degree, but
The Van Wilder of
it had to be something.
Way less cool though.
Oh, it's exciting though. That's exciting for you guys that you're doing other things, but you're still making your music happen, and whether that's being Jeffrey the Giraffe or
True.
going to college, having a kid, Ty who only does music. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all you need.
I mean, you can hear it as soon as you pull up to his house before we even get to practice. You can hear it as soon as you open the door.
awesome.
I believe that's all he does.
Yeah.
So you guys have been in different bands. What seems to make this one work?
I think it's all just about finding chemistry, man.
We were all friends before we started jamming
Yeah.
too.
We've been
Yeah.
friends for a really long time.
But we've all
Yeah.
kind of come from different musical backgrounds. But I think that now that we've played, you know, a little over a year together now, we're really starting to gel and kind of find our own unique genre.
Yeah, starting to become one. The beast with four heads.
How did you come up with your name?
Ben and I did that, didn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
I
happened, I guess.
we? I mean,
Wanted
there's
to
an
laugh at you.
Appalachian sound.
Yeah.
Definitely wanted the word Appalachian in there.
And with
Yeah.
our busy schedules, we definitely all hustle.
I like that. No, it's a cool name. It's fun.
It sounds right. The other names we were throwing around. Oh boy.
What were you
The
almost
deep, dark
called?
Woods.
The Colossal Octopant.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
almost Colossal Octopants.
That has its own SoundCloud.
Yeah,
It
that
does.
needs to go
Yeah.
down.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were
Tell
like
people
really
about it.
almost.
Very almost.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad you landed on Appalachian Hustle. I think that was a great choice.
Us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colossal Octopant? Is that?
Yeah.
He has a tattoo that's an octopant.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it is pretty colossal.
Okay. Well, nothing against that, but I'm really glad we.
Oh, yeah.
It
Stop.
sounds
It's a terrible name.
It's a mouthful, man.
What? So, Joey, I'm going to speak to you on this because you said you kind of are the lead songwriter, even though everyone's kind of emerging into it. Where do you get your inspiration?
Girls.
Oh,
Well, I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna do like a big hurt poet like explanation, but you know, I keep a journal or I write down like phrases that I think sound cool or just like stuff that I'm like struggling with, and then I just try to put those in lyrics. That's it.
How about the rest of you, now that you're kind of getting into songwriting?
Just wordplay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really something that we've just
Yeah.
put so much work into that it just kind of happens.
So
more.
it's a practice thing as well.
Yeah.
I think a
Yeah.
lot of people look at songwriting and they're like, wow, I'm not a songwriter. But maybe if you practice at it, I mean, you still might suck, but there's a chance that you could get better, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with it.
I just do it when you're inspired, man. I like read a quote once that said, "If you only write when you're inspired, you'll be a great poet, but you'll never be a novelist." And being a musician is kind of like being a poet. So just when you're inspired, man, just grab an instrument, yell some words out, see what happens.
And so I think you guys have been moving relatively fast from when you actually formed a band to getting to 15 shows. What would you say to another band that was just like, we want to do this? Because I feel like it's kind of what you guys did. You were like, okay, now we're doing this.
Yeah, just do it.
Just go to
Mikey.
open mics and
You just have to get out there and play.
Yeah, you're gonna suck at first. You just keep doing it.
you're not the only person that said that the first show is probably just gonna suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a
Be
good time,
punctual
though.
and very informed of when you're playing and when it will be aired and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And
I think it's all just attitude, man. Like, if you go into a show being like, we're going to rock this, you're going to rock it. It's just what's going to happen.
So the songs you guys playing tonight on the show, are these your favorites or they're just the most fun to play? Why did you pick these?
Honestly, we sat down a couple of weeks ago and in the past few weeks, and because we don't traditionally play acoustic shows.
Right. This is
so
out of the norm
kinda-
for you guys.
We just sat down with all of our acoustics and kind of picked out what sounded best.
I will say some of our tightest songs did not work acoustic.
yeah.
No.
We played, we didn't really hit the ones that we play like first every show
Yeah.
and stuff.
Well, we appreciate you guys making an exception to do the acoustic thing
Yeah,
here.
no, that was fun.
Good, I'm glad.
Good time.
All right, well, coming up, we do have a acoustic set from Appalachian Hustle, and thank you guys for being on here tonight. Do you have any upcoming shows that we should know about?
Just like us on Facebook.
Facebook, Appalachian Hustle,
And Instagram.
Instagram.
too, yeah.
Okay.
Any upcoming shows will be on there.
Okay, and then hopefully within the next few months, we'll hear about an album release,
Yeah.
For sure.
and hopefully we can have you guys back on here and we can talk about that.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks a
All
lot.
right, thank you.
Again.